Biology Part 133. This spreads rapidly throughout the muscle cell and conducted inwards by the T tubules referred to the figure, passing finally to the sarcoplasmic reticulum, where large numbers of Ca2 plus ions are stored. The arrival of the action potential liberates these ions into the myofibrils. The action potential is conducted so rapidly that all of the secromes in the muscle fiber respond simultaneously. The contraction slowly subsides as Ca2 plus ions are pumped back into the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Physiology. The behavior of the whole muscle depends on the combined effect of its individual muscle fibers, which are arranged into functional groups. Each muscle fiber contracts in all or none fashion, as explained above, but the whole muscle can contract smoothly with graded change in tension. This is possible because the muscle receives impulses from many different motor neurons, each of which sends the branches to its own group of individual muscle fibers, collectively called a motor unit. The number of fibers varies from 150 or so per motor unit in a large muscle to as few as 1 or 2 in the human eye muscles. They are not confined to a single fascicle but are distributed throughout the muscle and contract whenever the corresponding motor neuron is active. Thus, the tension in a particular muscle depends upon how many of its motor units are active. In muscles involved in maintaining posture, only a few motor units are used at any one time, producing continuous low tension. But during the body movements, many more units are activated. The tension in the muscle is monitored by the sense organs called muscle spindles, which send impulses via sensory nerves to the CNS, where the output of the motor neurons continually gets adjusted. And then there are stretches. The stretch reflexes described in the tutorial ensure that muscles adjust automatically to the load placed upon them. The properties of the skeletal muscles can be investigated by carefully removing a muscle from the body of an animal, such as a frog. The muscle is placed in a suitable fluid medium and is held by tendons so that the changes in the length and tension can be measured. The muscle is stimulated to contract by applying small electrical shocks to its motor nerve or directly to the muscle surface. The normal response to a single stimulus is rapidly jerky contraction called a twitch contraction. Figure shows that the relationship between this contraction and the action potential triggered by the stimulus. As you can see that the time course of the contraction is much slower than the action potential and is preceded by a brief latent period corresponding to the time taken for the release of Ca2 plus ions and the development of the first cross bridges. The contraction reaches its peak after 100 ms and then slowly subsides as the muscle relaxes. In skeletal muscle, repeated stimulation can cause a series of twitches which add together or summate to produce a more powerful sustained contraction called a tetanus. This is also illustrated in the figure. Normal contraction of the skeletal muscle, which produces Body movements are generated in this way following a rapid burst of more impulses in their motor nerves.